Ka pai e aku ti, e aku tā, e aku rangatira tēnei te mihi mai o hamatunga kore kia koutou, kua karaui ka nei, raru te maru o tēnei o tātou nei whare. E tika me hare tō tika tonu ki te runga rawa, ngā mihi ki ai, a ria hae mane tiaki e manaki tia mai tātou katoa i roto i te kai whakaore i kuraiti te tama, me te waimataki. Ki tō tātou whare e tūnei, te papa i tako tuana ki waho anō huki, ki ana inui, ki papa tuanuku e anga i te whare mo tātou, tēnā tangata, tēnā koutou, tēnā houtou katoa. Uri tū ki a rātou ko whetūrangi tia ki tō te ārai, moi mai tō moi ngā roa i roto i ringa kaho te atu. Tēnei te mihi atu tuatahi ki a koutou, o Ngāti Whātua, koutou te haukainga e tautoko e manaki tia mai i nei tauira, i nei whānau ina moana i te tihi, o Rangitoto tēnei te mihi atu ki a koutou. Anō ki a koe te tūmaki ki a koutou i ngā kaiako, ngā kaiwhakahaere tēnei kura nei rā te mihi mai o hamatunga kore. It is, without saying, a privilege, pleasure and honour to be here with you on this esteemed night, and I think after hearing all of the awards, I have no idea why I'm on stage. But I thought tonight, more than anything, more than talk about something that was prepared and what your students already know about what the future looks like in university and doing the best, I'd share a little bit about my story. So to introduce you to myself, tēnā koutou, my name is Ezekiel Raui, as you can see on the big screen, which I'm trying to avoid at all costs. Ki te tāo tōku māma on my mum's side, I'm a descendant of Ngāpuhi of Te Raroa of Waikato. Ki te tāo tōku pāpā on my dad's side, a descendant of the Cook Islands, specifically Aitutaki. So that makes me a proud half a kumara, half a coconut. And I like to call myself a kumanut, that's my thing. And it is truly a privilege to be here with all of you students tonight. Why? To bask and share in your successes. It's inspiring not only for me, but I'm sure for everyone else who's gathered here tonight. Because quite often we used to joke at school, between me and my three brothers, they're my mates, but we consider each other brothers. We used to joke at school that the only time we saw a famous Māori or Pacific Island person on TV was when we watched Police 10-7. So we know what we're talking about. And the top 5 most wanted would come up at the end of the show and then would run to Uncle on the weekend and say, "Uncle, I saw you on TV, man. You're famous." They just wouldn't tell him what channel. And while I was at school, for us, what it meant to be Māori, for a lot of my peers and for a lot of our tauira outside of these 4 walls, was to be a young person wearing a patch, selling drugs, and standing in the line for wins at some point during the week. To us, that was the harsh reality, and what I want you to understand as students is you have completely smashed that, and we love you for it. I don't know whether or not you know. Let's give them a big round of applause. And it's evident, even when I was up on stage at high school, you know, we'd stand on stage and be all embarrassed, and we didn't want to stand on stage. We were too cool, so we had to act like we were tough. But whether or not you know it, the smashing down an intergenerational barrier that our peers face, and that is a lack of belief in themselves. So tonight isn't about what I'm going to say, it isn't about what any of us as adults, as teachers tell you, it's about you. And you deserve to know that you, although this may seem different, you are a hero in someone's life. Someone in school has seen you, and they may not have come up to you, but they've seen you, whether they've seen you in your kapahaka, in any of the cultural performances that you have done, speaking te reo Māori and following tikanga, they've seen you and thought to themselves, I want to be like that. So my message, or what I'd like to do first before I get into anything, is to congratulate you on your journey this year. But there is another year to come and many more. So from here on in, knuckle down, do your best and keep breaking down those barriers. Which leads into, I think, what I'm going to leave with you and leave with us tonight. I think I've got 3 or 5 minutes with you, and I'll keep it nice and short. And it's what I consider, what me and my mates consider the 3 keys to success. You heard them referenced earlier on in the video for the students who came to Massey University. But we talked about what we consider the 3 keys to success. The first one, being optimistic. Optimism. The ability to give new things a go, as many of you may have tonight. The second one being mistakes are normal, they're okay. Don't give up. Everyone makes mistakes. Even though you may not see it, if you ask anyone in this room, we've all made them. Keeping in mind that you've come to the end of exam period, I'm sure none of you will have a problem with the exams, but for our parents, we come to the end of our exam period as high school students, and we're worried about our results. Not necessarily because we're worried about whether or not we got a high enough grade, but because we're worried about what you're going to think. We're worried about what you're going to say if it's not good enough for you. But what I want you to know to the parents is to be your student support even when and if they slip up now and again. Because that makes a massive difference in our lives, in our self-confidence, in our ability to fulfill the third key, and that is to believe in ourselves. I think for me that is the most important one. Why? Because as long as you believe in yourself and your dreams and your aspirations, I believe anything is possible. Where did those three keys take me? Well, you heard that I've recently spent time with the Duke and the Duchess when they were here during their tour to New Zealand. Earlier in the year I travelled over to London, to Buckingham Palace, where I received the medal from Her Majesty the Queen. 2015, so 3 years ago now, I was invited on behalf of President Obama, the First Lady and the First Family over to the White House to talk about the importance of indigenizing education. None of those would have been possible if it wasn't for those three keys. And we learned them playing a game called chess. Now, if you've ever seen the Dark Horse story, that's not ours specifically, but it is ours to a T. What I mean by that is for four Māori boys who could barely sit still in class for 15 minutes, one day we played 6 hours of chess and it changed our lives. We were walking through the doors, socks and jandals, as you do, after fundraising, seafood chowder and fried bread. I'm sure we all understand we ate more of it than we sold, so we had to ask Nanny and Papa for money anyway. But here we were, socks and jandals, hoodie, walking through the door. They opened on their own and we were like, wow, we here? Not because they opened on their own, but because there were doors. We walked through, my mate had a boombox, battery powered, it used tapes. For the students, I don't expect you to understand. We walked through to Bob Marley, as you do when you grow up in the far north. And we sat down, we played 6 hours of chess that day. In order to make it to the finals, 2 of the 4 of your members had to win your pool. 4 pools, 4 members to a team, and something weird happened. I found myself on the finals table. So I was like, okay, one of my mates has made it. One of us, other than me, has made it to the finals. Little did I know when they raised the curtain, sitting opposite me was my best mate. They raised the curtain next to us, sitting next to us were our other 2 brothers. All 4 of us had won our pools over the 150 students that had gathered at the regionals that day. And as you can imagine, that was the most competitive game of chess we have ever played. And if you meet any of them, I won. If they tell you any different, they're lying. So we were standing on a stage, something similar to this, and my mate, the funniest story of my life. My mate was elbowing me because the announcer said, boys, alright, you're going to have to fundraise because we're representing Northland and the Chess Nationals in Christchurch in the South Island. And without a second to spare, my mate was elbowing me. He was like, Zeke. I was like, what? Everyone's staring at us right now. He's like, bro, I've got a serious question. I was like, bro, what is it? And he was like, bro, does New Zealand have a South Island? Now that may seem like a made-up joke, but it is not. That is the reality that we grew up in. And for many of our whanaunga, for many of us outside of these 4 walls, the idea of being successful has never crossed our minds. So to our students, continue breaking down those barriers, continue being the amazing people that you can be. Remember to be optimistic and give new things a go. Don't forget that if and when you make mistakes, that's okay. Get up and continue to drive yourself forward to your dreams. Believe in them, whatever they may be. Don't let anyone tell you that they are stupid. Don't let anyone put them down. Why? Because they're your dreams. And I don't know if anyone's told you lately, but you are the only you in this world. And we need to learn to appreciate that. So continue being the amazing people that you are. Congratulations. Have an amazing night. Tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou. Mauri. Kia ora.
have a little something to say thank you for sparing some of your time to come here. Presented to you by our korowai, Mania Spooner, our korowai for 2017, and also Fire Jess, who painted your beautiful face on that massive frame. Thank you so much for your time.